I couldn't find my pink fan today. It would have felt fitting for the episode. So I went for blue because of, the person over here. That felt the most fitting. Given the episode, that felt the most fitting. But hola, 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 y bienvenidos a The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, the Algo Gay. I am currently just drinking some coffee, because that's what I do anymore. Just some coffee, sea salt caramel. It's a good time. I do always have on hand my cup mug, as per usual. LanaGcreations.etsy.com. That link is in the description below. We do ship domestically within North America and internationally, definitely including Mexico, so there are no excuses. Go get your merch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who's the who might you be?
Who's that man?
Who's this whole ass man we've got today?
I mean, you can tell by the wig that I have muscles, that I have big abs. So
you can't be doing too much of that today.
Baby,
I'm not gonna say no. You're not gonna hear me saying no.
Maybe we are alone. We can start I don't know, an OnlyFans video. We can start something like that. I mean,
baby,
that's something that we can do today.
I'm game. Introduce yourself, my love. I mean, the people know who you are, but...
Hi, babes. If you don't have internet, my name is Dystopia Monumental. I'm from the first season of MorbiDrags, Reinas Malditas, and you can know me for being La Mutante Insurrecta from the first season of MorbiDrags. It's an honor to be here. I feel like I'm in a job interview, like showing you that I can go to the States and don't be like ridiculized in front of a barista telling me that my English isn't so good at all, and I can order a good coffee at any Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
I can order food in any establishment. So yeah, I have a very level in English. Cambridge, it's behind me, so I have a good background. So yeah,
right.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so thrilled you're here today. I can already tell this is gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
No, we're so happy to have you. We're thrilled with how much that everyone at MorbiDrags is enjoying us just as much as we're enjoying the season so far. It's we're always excited when new drag shows come around.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously this show is right up our alley with, with horror and with just how much we all love Mexican drag, period.
Mm-hmm.
We knew we would love this show. Guess what? We do.
Yeah.
And y'all have just been so good to us. And we're so excited to start having you all on, the second of many. So y'all stay tuned, because we got the girls lined up for y'all.
Yeah.
We got the girls lined up for y'all. So stay tuned. But we're so excited to have you on Dystopia. Thank you. Of course, lining it up to have you on for the most girly, cutesy baby doll episode possible. We had to just bring in the whole ass man.
I mean, I was the winner of the episode, so it's
as you should be, and we'll discuss it at length, my dear, because deserved. That's all I'm gonna say at the top. Deserved.
Yeah, some of the girls are bitter, but I mean, I don't do the points. I'm not a judge, and so if you're not in the top, that's your business, not mine.
We're gonna need the tea. I want to know who's better. I want to hear the thing. But we're gonna dive into Dystopia's drag journey. We're gonna talk about the episode, obviously, because there is tea, there are opinions. I'm very excited to talk about it. Before we do, make sure to subscribe if you have not already, because we're giving you the tea. We're giving you the queens from MorbiDrags. We're giving you everything. So y'all better subscribe if you have not already. Because we're giving you almost all things. and we're giving faith, obviously.
Uh,
Hello, 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 hello. We do also have coming out this weekend because, of course, Drag Race won't let us breathe. Uh, Coming this weekend, we do have our cast assessments. Yes, plural.
what a good cast. What a good cast.
Yes, I'm very thrilled. Do not get me wrong.
What a good cast and Tina Burner. Yeah.
Not too much. Not too much on Miss Tina Burner. I am a Tina
No,
Burner fan. I'm a Tina Burner
not,
fan.
not my cup of tea, but I'll give all my life, my soul for Lydia B. Collins to snatch that
Uh,
crown. I
yes.
believe that she didn't left the studio. She was in a cage, so
Yep.
RuPaul can give her an opportunity.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
hope that she gets everything and she gets the crown. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's a really good cast. I have like
Oh, yeah.
one of my favorite drag queens of all times, like
Oh,
Acid
same.
Acid Betty,
Yes.
Alisa Summers, Bosco. I mean, there's
Alyssa Summers.
yeah, no, yes, Alisa Summers.
Alyssa Hunter.
Yeah,
Okay, but the gag would be if they bring back Elisa Summers from season 4. Bring
yeah.
her back. Where's Elisa?
She didn't came, but yeah, it's a good cast.
I love. It's such a good cast.
It's such a good cast. I really hope to see it. And I don't know. Let's root for all of them to have fun,
Yes.
and let's hope Ginger Minch do well, and maybe snatch
Yes.
the crown as well. But who knows?
I mean,
I mean,
Aja is my winner.
I already wrote all the spoilers, but I like to surprise myself. So,
Fair.
same.
Maybe we can get you on for some of our All Stars 10 coverage as well.
Mhm.
If you enjoy yourself here today, maybe we'll get you on for that. But
Yeah, that would be great.
our 3-part cast assessment will be out this weekend, so stay tuned for that. And check out all of our other coverage. All those links are down in the description below. Subscribe to everything. We do so much across all of our channels here, so stay tuned for all of that. But Dystopia, my dear, I want to dive into you first because that's the whole reason we're here is to talk about you.
Hey, you can
Absolutely. I want to know how did you get into drag? Like what are some of your big drag inspirations? How long have you been doing drag? Like what is and has been the origin of Dystopia as the character?
All right. I don't want to sound like being the Marsha of the competition, but I really started doing drag with a theater background on my high school. There was a play, and there were not as much girls as boys in
Okay.
that group. So the teacher asked me what role could I do. It was between a rich man or I like a villain, like a girl, like a really good villain. And I said, well, I think that it will be more challenging for me if I do the woman's part
Yeah.
because that I have to change my voice, my posture, my everything about me. And she told me, well, you can do it, but you have to have a wig, a dress, high heels. And I was like, all right. I mean, I obviously know that I was gay. It was not like a
Mhm.
mystery for me since the beginning of my life. I believe that I born with makeup on.
Mhm.
But I was really afraid because I was like, what are they gonna say about me? I mean,
Uh-huh.
I have a really butch image,
Mhm.
and it's like how the people will see me, you know.
I
Uh,
understand. Obviously, I understand completely that struggle. I get it. Yep.
but I said, well, life's life, so let's try it. I was 16 years at the time,
Okay.
and that was my first time that I did drag. I
I love that.
I completely do all myself, and I look really bad. It was a really bad
Yep.
makeup. The wig cost me like I don't know $2.
Yep.
The dress was something that my mom have in her closet, and I was like,
Mhm.
I'm sick, man.
Yes.
Oats, I feel good, but I loved it. I loved being in another skin, in another atmosphere completely, and I was
Mhm.
like, maybe I can do it this more fluently. in all the other plays that came next of that, I always was a woman, always the villain. If not the villain, always the prostitute or something slutty. I love all those
Yep.
things. And I have I've been doing drag 8 years, I guess.
Wonderful.
Yeah, professionally 2 years only, but
Okay.
8 years in my trajectory. I
Yep.
think yeah, 8 years.
Okay. Love that. Love that. Love that. So how did so obviously, the beard, the mustache stays a part of the drag always. And what I've loved about seeing you on MorbiDrags so far is how you and I will say a lot of the queens, but you specifically will take whatever the challenge or the category is and kind of morph it
Hmm.
to your aesthetic, to your vision, kind of as we saw in this episode, which is why I'm really happy that we have you on for this episode, because your interpretation of this category was so perfect.
Thank you.
Like I so, and we'll talk about it later. I'm going to put a pin in it because I'm going to gush over you later as if I'm going to the whole episode, but
Right.
specifically the look, I'm going to later. But um how did the monster side of things start blending in with the theater side of things? Like when did you discover that was also part of the aesthetic and the character that you wanted to? Did that come about more in like the when you went more professional, or how did that? I feel like Chanel in that season 1 challenge with what's her face.
Uh,
Did you even try, or did you know? And
uh.
all of that. All of that.
I believe that I always been more inclined to the horror genre, to the monster vibe. For example, my favorite movie of all times is Scream. So
Good.
I love the slashers. I've always been around that.
Mhm.
Uh, my whole family loves horror as well. So it was kind of fitting that I got into that aesthetic.
Yeah.
Uh, it wasn't so bloody at the beginning
Mhm.
because I wanted to look pretty. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to be a pretty girl.
Yeah.
But when I got into my first competition, I saw my partners that I will compete on,
Mhm.
and I said to myself, "You look like all of them." I mean,
Mhm.
there's nothing more different than a good wig and a really good dress. I mean,
Okay.
you look like all of them, and I was like, I don't want to be like all of them. I believe that I have the creativity and the criteria to do something more else than being just a pretty face, which I wasn't, but I believe that I was a pretty face.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, you love blood, you love having your ass out, you love having all your guts cut. So
Yeah.
why don't you turn all that aesthetic into your whole drag life? And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, sounds fitting. And at the time I saw Dracula, so I
Yeah.
was like, I remember that I saw Vanderbonot, and I was like, and my mind blown away.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? I was like, what the
I
fuck
think
is?
we all were. I think we all were watching season 1 of Dragula.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cultural impact from all the world.
Yeah.
Uh, Praise to the Bullet Brothers because,
Yeah.
oh my god, what a good show! I mean,
Love. Love,
show,
love, 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 love.
what a good cast every single season. I mean, wow. And I say to myself, if you want to be pretty, it's okay, but remember who you are. Remember
Yeah.
that you like this stuff, that you can incorporate it with all the shows that you want to do, with the
Yeah.
aesthetic that you have. And yeah, I tell to myself, you're gonna be alternative drag. You're gonna be a monster.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
didn't tell myself that I was a mutant back at the time because I didn't have like the concept.
Mhm.
But when I started working more, having more gigs, finding my aesthetic, I
Mhm.
was like, I'm not the same every day.
Mhm.
One day I can have a really good wig, but at the next I'm gonna be bald. So
Mhm.
I'm always changing, and it was like, yeah, like a mutant. O sea, you always change, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I get to the mutant, and I don't know how to say it in English, but insurrecta, because I don't like to follow the orders.
Yeah.
I don't like to be like no one else. I like to make my own way,
Mhm.
and yeah, that's how I became the monster that I am today.
I guess just insurrected would be the
Insurrected, yeah.
yeah. I guess it would just be the direct translation because I was thinking, I'm like, what would be just yeah, just insurrected
Mm-hmm.
or like freed. I guess would be the
Mutant. I got
something
you.
like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
I get what you mean for sure. I love that. I absolutely like I there and being such a big fan of drag, like there are what I another thing I just love about MorbiDrags is just that it feels like so many of you, and I would say everyone feels like their aesthetics are so completely unique and different, and all of you are in your own like no one is in a lane that could be similar to anybody else.
Yeah.
And it's so refreshing to see because
Mm-hmm.
I love Drag Race, I love Dragula, I love all these drag programs, but you don't always get the most unique
Mm-hmm.
perspectives from people, and it feels like, and you especially, like your lane is so unique, and every time you come out, I'm like, I don't know what to expect, and it's so refreshing to see.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that when I see it from people on shows like this. Like I
Mhm.
see it from you, I see it from a lot of people on the show, and I'm starting to see it from more of you all, and I really do appreciate it. But like from you, from C-Facto, from Androgyna, from Satan, just to name a few off the top of my head, like
Yeah.
just every single time it's something different, and I'm like, it's so cool to see. Like it
Yeah.
really does like blow my mind to just like every single time it's something different. And I'm
Yeah.
always intrigued by what's happening.
Yeah. We always change. That's the fun part because when I entered the show, someone asked me, "Who's your biggest competition?" And
Hmm.
I said, "No one," because nobody looks the same from one another.
Yeah.
I don't have like, oh, I have to beat Satan because she looks like me. Oh, I
Yeah.
have to beat Facto because she looks like me. It wasn't the case
Yeah.
because I saw all of them Instagrams or posts, and I was
Yeah.
like, mm, it's different. So I can say that you are my biggest competition because
Yeah.
we don't clash. I mean, we don't have the same aesthetic at all, and it's truly seeing that all the creativity from one each other. It's gonna
Mm.
be the main thing that it will determine who will win this competition because there's not two the same in this competition.
Right. Right. And it's refreshing to see. So
Yeah,
shout out to, again, 5 episodes in a row basically, but shout out to everyone at MorbiDrags.
yeah,
Y'all are killing the game. Y'all get your tens.
yeah. They're
Gorge. Love it.
really
Love
making
it.
it out.
Y'all are making it difficult for some of these shows out here, honestly. And I can't wait to see how this turns out in the words of Rue. But I want to talk about this episode because I love getting, as I call it, the pretty pretty princess all in pink challenge. I
Yeah.
always love it. I love getting the switch up. I love getting to see everyone all dolled up.
Yeah.
I do love that challenge. At first when we start this episode, I'm like, what happened with Gouda and Aradia? And obviously it's answered at the end, but the way it was edited was just like, what happened?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I lived that. So when I saw it on TV, it was like, what? I
the
was,
edit.
yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I just gave MorbiDrags hi because I know y'all are watching at this point. Hey, love y'all. I do love y'all. I'm back with some points, not critiques. They're never critiques, just points. The edit was a little weird this week, y'all. Just a tad.
It was fast, isn't it?
It was fast. I
Yeah,
opened the episode and I was like, okay, cool. I'm expecting like hour 20, hour 30, which I love.
yeah,
Love, love a good chunk. And I was like, an hour and six?
yeah.
Oh,
I
oh,
mean, I went to the freezer to get some soda, and when I came back,
uh-huh.
it was already the main floor. So it was
Yeah.
like, oh,
I was like,
that's fast.
oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Um, great. But yeah, so I was like, I don't know what's happening necessarily. This is also the first episode this season where I'm hosting the recap. So
Mm.
usually I have
Yeah.
Eduardo here, the fluent Spanish speaker,
Yeah.
to be like, oh no, this is what happened. And I'm like, oh
Yeah.
good. I followed things for the most part. I
Mhm.
followed it for the most part. So I was pretty happy with that. Um but yeah, obviously it gets answered later, so whatever. I was like, okay, cool. They didn't show up in time for
Yeah.
uh the um the morning session with the White Rabbit.
Yeah. It
I
was
do
really
love, yeah.
it was
Oh,
really, I mean, in the moment, I didn't know what to do because I don't like confrontation, and I
yeah.
don't like other people like fighting or having a problem. And I was
Oh,
like, I was
yeah.
like, yeah, like it's
You had your Brooklyn Heights hiding behind a pillow moment
yeah.
in
I
Untucked.
was
I was
like,
like, oh no.
yeah, because it was long. I mean that when they were called out, it was long.
Oh
I
no.
mean, in the episode was like 10 seconds, but
Yeah.
in real life, we were all like, well, it's been an hour. What do we do now? I mean, it
No.
was really, it was, I believe it is mainly for the professionalism of the teacher.
Totally. Yeah.
Uh, I believe that it was a little bit exaggerated for my taste, for my case. I mean, shout out to them,
Sure.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a little bit over the top. I mean,
I mean, sure, we're
hmm
making TV here,
yeah,
so I get it.
yeah, maybe that's why.
It very well could be.
Mhm.
That's where I will chalk it up to personally, but I agree. I agree. I am really glad to see though that y'all are still getting them.
Yeah,
Um, what was the content that y'all were getting with the classes? Obviously we saw the first one and I was really liking them despite kind of being a little confused by them at first because I liked the content and I liked what we were seeing from them. Just in the edit, it was like they were never really fully explained to us as the audience. So I just found myself confused by them overall. But like, what was the content like, and how did you feel impacted by them? Like, what was the impact on your performance?
well, it was really helpful. I mean, having those classes, having those dynamics, totally shocked me because I really didn't know that we were gonna have those.
Mm,
Being a theater kid was like, oh, good. I mean,
mhm.
right of all day. I mean,
Yeah,
what an opportunity to be on a competition and having acting classes, voice management. It was really really good. There's no other TV program that offers you that.
yeah,
I mean, here in Mexico we have La Más Draga,
yeah.
but they don't do that, and it
No,
shows. It shows in the
it
main stage. It shows
yeah,
that
it
the,
does.
that the girls don't have control in some aspects. I'm not saying that I'm the top model. I'm not saying that I have the best walk in all the history of drag,
And no
but
shade to La Masraga
no
either.
shade to La Más Draga either. But it
You're
shows
right.
when you don't have a background or even a little help.
Yeah,
So the White Rabbit Conejo Blanco was really good in that way to making us realize that you can sell something even if it's ugly, but you can sell it if you can perform it. I mean,
yeah,
we all seen Ambrose's looks, and
yeah,
she does a really good performance because
yeah,
he's a theater kid as well, and she
yeah,
and she took everything that the White Rabbit said, and we're really grateful for that because I
yeah.
personally I learned a lot. I had a lot of fun, and
Good.
and yeah, I think it was a good experience.
That's awesome. I, as a theater kid as well, I'm like, I love that opportunity because, like
Yeah.
you said, no other show is
Mhm.
offering, other than maybe Camp Wanakiki is the only one where I'm like, maybe they're getting something like that, but I'm not even quite sure if they do. Um, but no other show is really giving you like a full intensive, like this feels like theater camp
Mhm.
dressed up as a drag competition
Yeah.
show. And
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like that is so cool.
Yeah, I mean, imagine yourself waking up to 7 a.m. in the morning after being recording from sunlight to moonlight and then
Yeah.
having a theater class. It was really hard. I mean,
Yeah.
I loved the thrill of it all, but it was really hard. I mean, I think there's some parts in this episode that you can see myself falling asleep
Yeah.
because I was really tired. I couldn't handle myself. My
Yeah.
soul wanted to rest so bad because
Yeah.
being 5 weeks at that time, it was really, really, really exhausting.
Yeah. I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get our MorbiTask
Mm.
for the episode. We are doing a photo shoot with a styrofoam head that you
Yeah,
have to style as somebody else
yeah,
randomly picked.
yeah.
I did not keep track of who everyone's were because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A, the sound on that stage in that moment was not good,
Hmm.
and B, I love all y'all. Y'all as a cast are great. Y'all like to mumble.
We
Y'all
do.
like to mumble a lot.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so everyone was like, I got this person and I got this person. Uh, I was like, baby,
Yeah.
I have no clue. So who did you have?
I had Gouda.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
Gouda and cheese.
Word.
I paint her face yellow.
Well,
Um,
yes.
yeah, because she's a cheese, obviously. I mean, I'm so camp.
Obviously, of course.
I'm so
Yeah.
camp. I'm a creative camp person. And I
You're
painted her.
so camp. And I think
Yeah,
it's so fun that you did that.
yeah, and she was yellow because cheese. It was a
Oh, so
really,
smart. Never been done before.
yeah.
Iconic. Not afraid to reference or not reference.
Yeah, bomb the audience. You don't need. Yeah, it was funny. It was well. The tea is that all those Morbi tasks, you had to have something else to wear, like a
Oh,
quick
okay.
cap, something.
Yeah.
I didn't brought anything.
Oh,
I
good.
I had my suitcase from all like my um, dresses, bodysuits that I didn't have to use for the competition. But
Mhm.
I said, oh, I'm gonna bring this just for an extra for something. It happens something. I have like a backup. And
Lovely.
when I get to Ceramekis to film, I was looking for my suitcase and there wasn't that. I mean, all my backup clothes they weren't there, and I forgot them at my house. So every Morbid task, I had to improvise something. I had to make something from scratch. Uh,
No.
I mean, I was really nervous because I saw everyone getting changed, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go out in a brief, maybe in a sweater. Yeah, that's very draggy."
Oh,
It's fine.
honey.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, shit happened, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, thankfully it didn't mean a whole lot.
yeah. I guess.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean the photo shoot was cute.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
Sure. Um there were two winners, I guess. I
yeah.
think.
I
It was
think.
Ambrose and Miley, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I'm pretty sure that
yeah.
that's
I
who
think those.
won. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think they won.
They showed them on screen, and I was like, I feel like they're only showing them on screen because they won.
Mm-hmm.
Either
Yeah.
they won or they were the worst, and they were shouting them out for being the worst.
Oh, I
But I'm
mean,
gonna say they won.
yeah. Let's say that.
Miley was cutting someone's head with a saw, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume she won.
She won. Yeah. I
So
mean,
sure, girl.
yeah, I see it on somebody's faces. So yeah, that's probably I didn't won. Yeah.
Sure. Work. Work. Love it.
Yeah.
Um okay, and then the dark room stuff. Also, shout out to the editors. There was a transition screen, and I said, transition screen? Because a few weeks ago, I had suggested a transition screen. And I'm not saying that's my influence. But maybe I'm saying that's my influence, Dystopia.
I mean, the whole prediction, we listen, we take in consideration everything that the fan base said,
Yeah.
from the long of the episode to cutting it to half,
Yeah.
the transitions, having those things. Um, it's because all the production wants to give everyone a good product,
Yes.
having a good experience, and I think it's good to hear the people because after all, if you don't make the people love you, they won't see what you're gonna do next.
Totally.
So I think that it's really good that all the production is like, okay, she said this, they
Yeah.
say that. Let's make a way to give them what they want, and I think
Right.
we already done that.
And it's really cool to hear that from a show, especially in their first season. Like, we're hooked, obviously. We're gonna keep watching because we're entertained and we're loving what you all are doing. It's one of those things where it's like, it's really cool to know that what we're saying is coming off in such a positive way. Because obviously everything we say is out of love for what you all are doing.
Mhm.
And it's out of just pure adoration and and also wanting the product that you all are presenting to be phenomenal and
Yeah,
wonderful and as good as it can be.
yeah,
So to know that, we may be having an impact on what's happening is really cool,
yeah,
honestly. It's really cool. So
yeah,
whether we are or not, we appreciate it nonetheless.
yeah.
So um but yeah, no, this whole dark room, I was so confused. Genuinely confused by what was going on. Um I'm like, they're fighting, they're fighting. People are fighting, and I
You're
was
fine.
confused. The
I
girls are
mean,
fighting.
if I have to be completely honest, all the dark rooms I was completely shut
Great.
because I didn't want to mess with nobody. I mean, I know that I'm in a reality TV show. I have to give drama. I have to give everything that like that.
Yeah.
But there's really bad actors. They don't act that good, and I didn't want to look at the camera and say something like, "Oh, she's
Uh
shady." I look the fool, look false. So
uh
that's why I don't
Act a fool.
do. Yeah, I don't act the fool in front of the camera like some of the girls. So
I mean, if you want to call out the girls that are acting a fool, I'm not going to say no to that.
you know who they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do. I do, girl. I do. Some of them may be on the pod in the coming weeks. Ooh, but no, I do love all the girls. I love all the girls. I love all the girls. I'm just being real because that's what we do here.
Yeah.
But no, there's talks about like Gouda taking everything so seriously. That was like
Mhm.
the conversation at hand. Like Gouda's taking everything seriously. And I'm like, no, she's just keeping it real.
Yeah.
Like, of everybody that's involved in this like drama and everything, like I find myself always siding with Gouda every single time because she's just the one person that's keeping it real
Yeah.
in the entire discussion.
Yeah, and she said it to your face. I mean,
Exactly.
I love Gouda because she's completely unapologetic, and she says the way it is. I mean, There's girls that tries to cover up, that tries to make it look a little less hurtful. But I believe that Goda isn't like a shady one, you know,
Yeah,
and doesn't say the things to hurt you, says the things to help you or make you notice that you did something bad, you know. With the whole
yeah,
Luxie versus Goda thing, was
yeah,
yeah, she's not attacking you. I mean, she's talking to you in a high level, maybe that's why you felt attacked. But I don't believe
exactly.
that Goda is like the villain of all.
No, no, it's like at the end of the day, what she's saying is as real as she can say it because she actually cares.
Yeah,
If she didn't care, she was just going to let you go on and do your thing.
yeah,
Like, girl,
yeah. I mean,
what are we
yeah,
doing here, girl? Like, come on
yeah.
now.
And I get it, and I get it that they say that to her because what happened
Yeah,
last week, because it was like really hard for all of us. But I believe that you really need to be a little more professional
yeah,
and hear, not just listen, hear the things that people tell to you and know how to know what's a really bad example, a really bad compliment, or a good compliment that will help you at the future. So I believe that
yeah.
Goda is like the voice of reason of this season, to be honest.
I agree with that completely. I agree with that completely. Like I said earlier, every time that I'm seeing arguments going on and Goda is involved, I'm always finding myself agreeing with every single thing she's saying.
Yeah.
And it's like, is she significantly older or a little bit older than some of the other girls in the competition?
She looks like, but no, I think that she's like 26, I guess.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I'm the youngest. I have 24 years, so I'm the youngest.
Oh, I would not have expected you to be the youngest.
Nobody. I mean, I love it because I like to look more older to my
Well,
age.
of course.
I mean, there's people that tell me that I look like if I have, I don't know, 27 years old, um,
Well, I would
28.
have said that. I would have said that because you look similar to me, and I'm almost 28.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
I mean, it's for the beard, I guess.
a hundred,
Um,
100%. Yeah.
yeah, but I love it. I love it. I mean, I'm not afraid to getting old. I'm not afraid to
Yeah.
get all wrinkly. I mean, it's part of life at the end. And
Right.
I love that people think that I'm older. I mean, I don't know. I think that's kind of hot, to be honest.
I mean, it's. Let's be honest, my dear. It's the beard. It's the body. It's all of it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Let's be
Yeah.
real here.
And
But
I came across like a really mature person.
yeah,
Like I came across like somebody that spend a lot of the time reading. I don't know. Um,
there's
I
just
don't stutter at the end of the day, but
there's a conversationalist quality to you
Mhm.
that there's definitely a good level of maturity that
Yeah,
makes you feel a lot older than you are.
yeah,
That I'll be real, some of the girls here just don't have. That's how
no,
I'll say that. And it's
yeah,
no shade. It's no
no.
shade. Everybody gets to that point at a
Mhm.
different point in their life.
Yeah,
We all get there, but
mhm.
some people get there at a later stage in life.
Yeah,
And that's just the tea. And that's just the tea. And there's
yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
So, um, but yeah, and then we're talking about paranormal activities and fake orgasms.
Oh,
And I did think yours was the best.
I mean, yeah. I think that yeah, yeah. But that was a top orgasm. I mean, I don't top. Uh,
Oh,
it's yeah,
good
it's
to know.
like something that I could not do never in my life. I hate it. Uh,
Really?
yeah, I mean, it's I don't like. I mean, I love ass. I mean, I love to spread out. I love to yeah eat it like they said, like
Period.
munch munch munch. But I don't do the top version of it though.
Okay.
I'm the power bottom of of the season, I like to say. And
Very
that's
good
my
information to know.
that was like my top orgasm, like my fake orgasm, because I don't sound like that in real life.
Good information to know.
Yeah,
Very good
and
information to
you
know.
can all hear my real orgasm on my ex account, so you'll see how a really good orgasm sounds like.
Also, very good information to know. Also, very good information to know. Thanks
I
very
mean,
much for the information.
it's a surprise for me, to be honest, being treated like the trade of the season. Because
Well,
at the beginning, I didn't think that I was gonna be received like that. Um, because being insecure, being fat,
yeah,
being blah blah blah
trust
blah.
me, baby. Baby,
Mhm.
trust me. If
Yeah.
anybody can understand that,
Mhm.
I do. I
Yeah,
get it.
and I was really surprised to seeing that all the followers that I gained since the beginning of the season, half of them wants to fuck me. So
Well, yeah.
it's like, oh, good,
Yeah.
good, I guess. So if I don't become a super drag star, I will become a porn actor, maybe. I guess.
The world is your oyster, darling.
Yeah, and I love
The
to eat
world is
also.
your oyster.
Yeah.
Good. Love it. Let's talk about our runway, our
Oh.
presentation here. Morbicientas. What does that exactly translate to?
Just Cinderella, like
Oh,
Prince.
okay.
Mhm.
Princess. Okay, cool. Cool, cool,
Mhm.
cool. Um, with a wide variety of interpretations here, both kind of going very pretty princess, all in pink, kind of full femme, soft energy. Two, we're still giving femme, soft princess energy, but still with a little bit of Morbi touch to it. And I
Yeah,
loved that spectrum that we got with this too. And I loved seeing both sides of that, where some people were still giving that Morbi touch to it.
yeah,
Um, but some people were, leaning into, maybe what they're, best at, maybe what they're,
mhm,
they're known for in the case of one Miss Fish.
yeah.
Um, I want to talk first about your interpretation of it, because when when I saw the category, I am not going to lie, I was like, I don't know what Dystopia is going to do. I'm intrigued for sure, but I was a little like, oh, I'm interested.
Mhm.
Um, I love the burlesque interpretation. I
Thank
think
you.
it's so smart from you as well. Because there's so many different ways to interpret that as well. And then obviously just body.
Yeah,
Just body. I think that's just such a gorgeous way to go about it. How did you come to that inspiration? And how did that process come about for you?
yeah. I mean, my first thought to do at this category was being like the blonde bimbo, like being the stupid one, the slutty one. I mean, Jessica Simpson's vibe, Paris Hilton, some type of way.
Yeah.
Because I love them. I mean, I love those girls.
Oh yeah.
It's not I don't judge them because I really love them. I mean, Kardashians. I mean, all of that trashy, good old American girl. I love it. I
Ugh.
mean, it's
Yeah.
one of my favorite genres of all time.
Yeah.
But when I was doing all the whole looks, the process, I saw the pink fabric that I got, and I was like, I believe that most of the girls are gonna bring pink to the stage, so I didn't want to be another pink one.
Yeah.
And I believe that blue really could look on me. So I
Yes.
talked to a designer, a good old friend of mine, and I told her, let's do something, I don't know, burlesque. I mean, I love Dita Von Teese. I love I love showing skin. I love the big costumes, the Vegas shows. I mean, I needed to do something like that to represent the things that I like to represent, that is body positivity. And I tell to my designer, like, let's do something that seems like it doesn't have a shape, because if you look the look, you really can see the things.
Yeah.
It's really amorphous. It's really,
Yeah.
I love it because it's pretty, but at the same time represents everything that it's me. I mean, it's amorphous. It doesn't have a shape. It's like
It's
a,
still mutant.
yeah, it's like a pretty mutant side of dystopia, and I loved it. I mean, she made it the whole look like in 2 days, I guess,
Oh
because
wow.
yeah, because she had a lot of job, a lot of
Mhm.
things to do, and she told me, can come to my house and help me finish it. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right. I mean,
Yeah.
I rushed to her house, glue some stuff, and it was done. And at the beginning I was really scared because I thought it's really simple. I
Mhm.
thought it's just me walking with it.
Yeah.
It will be simple, I guess. Um, because when I was on the stage, I start to realize, oh, maybe I should have had underneath something like more sexy,
Mm.
a corset,
Yeah.
fishnets. I don't know. I thought, oh, maybe I should have done that,
Mm.
but at the end was like, no, I want to show that even the skin is pretty. Even the
Mm.
skin is your best feed, your best
Yeah.
costume to wear.
Yeah.
So I said to my seekers that let me help me to be naked and have like this little dynamic that you want me, that you desire me.
Mhm.
I didn't want to kiss them because
Uh-huh.
they're not my type,
Oh.
but I really, now Nash is my really good type. But I really want to kiss them because I don't know, obvious, I guess. I want to seem like I was in control of them. Like, come
Yeah.
here, and then I snatch my fingers and let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like the process, and I really liked it. I mean, I felt empowered. I felt good. I felt sexy. I felt gorgeous, and I think that's the whole part of it all.
That's as you fucking should.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Oh, as you should. I love that. I love
yeah.
that. No, because I see what you mean when it comes to like having a corset underneath or having like more reveals or something like that.
Mm.
Because there's definitely that element of wanting to elevate and wanting to have more things and like having a full-on like performance to
Mhm.
it. But there's also something so liberating and so like I can't say it. Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talenty. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah,
About we're monetized here. I can't say it anymore, but you know what I mean.
yeah.
There's something so fierce about just being like, no, I'm literally just gonna reveal to my practically naked body,
Mhm.
and that's it. Like, I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. And
Thank you.
when it revealed, I was like, oh yes, like just ah ah.
Yeah.
So good, babe. So good.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. Yeah, I really liked a lot of the interpretations that we got in this category because they were just kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
In the best way for me. Um, whose interpretations and whose like inspirations really stood out to you when you started to see them pulled out for this runway?
Uh, Satan. When I saw her, I was blown away. We paint next to each other,
Yep.
and I was looking at her, and I was like, "Fuck you!" I mean,
My
fuck,
girl.
fuck, fuck out, because you look amazing. You look better
Uh,
than everyone else here. I mean, and she's really humble. I mean, she's really a good sweetheart. I love her.
yep.
Um, and then I saw her dress, and I was like, "Go to hell." I was
Right.
go to freaking hell, because I can't stand you. I can't believe that I'm saying this. I can believe that I'm looking that. I mean, the only thing that it was like, I saw that dress on Pinterest, and it was like a little interpretation from Materias Fecales from a designer, and that's the only thing that I saw that I said, oh, I mean, okay, it's a reinterpretation and it's good because
Yeah.
if you're gonna do a reinterpretation, you better do it good. You better do it
Yes.
better. And I
Yeah.
believe that Satan did that. I mean,
Yeah.
she looked. I mean, I mean, the devil's in the detail, and her name
Yeah.
is Satan. So she, she's my favorite drag queen. I mean, I love her.
She's becoming my favorite drag queen too.
Yeah,
Like
she's so
she's
she's such an inspiration. I mean, I love her. All the things that are coming from this episodes to the next one. I mean, Chef Kiss. I mean, it's really good one. She stood out to me. C-Facto stood out to me, but
oh
not for the better reasons, in my opinion.
oh
Yeah,
okay.
and it's something that I told her, and I said already on another interview
Mhm.
that at the competition we are seeing C-Facto,
Uh-huh.
not Calypso, because
Yes.
there's two different faces, the
Yeah.
pretty one and the uncomfortable one.
Yeah.
And I told her, why didn't you do something that de facto look pretty? I mean, if you already are doing something cultural, if you are, I don't want to say appropriate culture, but if you are referencing to another culture, why don't
Mhm.
you do something like God, like a male god or a spirit god,
Yeah.
something that it's more masculine? Because at the end of the day, you came as a facto, not as Calypso,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
knows she knows that being pretty isn't hard for her because
Yeah.
she's pretty. I mean, she's pretty.
Yeah.
Calypso's pretty, but she's not in the competition. I mean, in the second episode, Legends, I had that issue too because
Mhm.
she made a goddess and she's not
Mhm.
a goddess. He is a god, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love her. I love her outfit. It's something that I've seen
Yeah.
before. It's good. It's colorful, but for me, it didn't check on the box that do the challenge because she
Yeah.
used her other face that you know that it's beautiful, and it's not as challenging if she is gonna do de facto and do something more masculine or and beautiful. You know, that's my issue in that. In that case, it's like my
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. That's fair. I didn't even really think about that until you brought it up just now.
Mhm.
Um, and obviously, C-Facto better
Yeah,
than I do, obviously. That I mean, obviously brings up a whole conversation of like, the difference between C-Facto and Calypso,
yeah,
obviously. But then for me, then it begs the question of like similarities, and obviously like you said, they're kind of two faces because obviously there is the De-facto, and then when she's prettier, it's Calypso, and there is that distinct difference. But
yeah,
then for me it begs the question of someone like Androgyna,
yeah,
where we've seen the witch side of things from Androgyna, and then this week we saw her as Jennifer Coolidge, basically.
yeah,
So it's like one of those things, or like I would even say someone like you who does the where there is kind of this mutante kind of thing, where we saw you very pretty this week, and we've seen like the mutation side of things. And I mean this comment as no like disrespect or anything like that, and I know you're not taking it as such, but it's an interesting debate and concept to think about for sure. And I absolutely understand your
mm,
point for sure. I think there's a lot of validity in that for sure.
yeah.
It's such an interesting concept I hadn't thought about before, and that's gonna be an itch that's scratching in my head for like weeks now, honestly. um I
Yeah,
really appreciate that thought, actually. Yeah.
because it feels like she came with two. two characters. I mean,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
at third week we saw Satan doing something like drag king. We saw her
Yes.
doing something
Yeah.
like that. But at the end of the day, it wasn't another character. It wasn't.
It was still
It
Satan.
was still Satan. And in this case,
Yeah.
I believe that C-Facto said, I have my pretty version, my other characters.
Uh-huh.
Let me do it. I know that it's easy. I know that it's
Yeah.
that I know that everyone will love it because it's good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
And we
really
and we saw Ambrose
yeah.
2 weeks ago do like a more male presenting character as well.
Yeah.
That's really interesting to think about, actually.
Yeah.
That's really interesting to think
Yeah.
about.
And I'm not
I
saying that
don't
I'm not saying that it isn't fair or something like that because at the end of
Yeah.
the day, production said, okay, gave green light at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it's good to think about it. So because I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm gonna be received as well if I'm dystopia, but the next day I came like I don't know, I'm dystrophia, my male version, like another character.
Sure.
I don't know if I will be received the same way.
No, that's a completely fair assessment.
Mm,
100%. Now would I like to see you just as a big beefy drag king? Yes, and would I
yeah,
be turned on? Probably. Point being, that's a very interesting yeah, I'm going to be thinking about that for weeks on end now. That's a really interesting, and I don't think there is a right or wrong answer to that question whatsoever. I mean, like you said, obviously production allowed it ultimately, and C-Facto is entitled to their drag, and obviously they do have a very multifaceted drag character that does include both C-Facto and Calypso. So I guess ultimately, go on, girl, do what you want with your body, in the words of Queen Lady Gaga. But and for what it's worth, I was fucking obsessed with her entire fucking presentation this week. I
yeah,
fucking loved it.
it
I was
was
obsessed
good.
with every fucking thing she did. So,
Yeah, I mean, it
um,
was really, really good. I loved it. It was
yeah.
pretty, but yeah, that's the
But
issue for yeah,
I get it. No,
mm,
I absolutely get it. Yeah.
yeah,
And as someone that's seeing it for the first time, I was fucking mesmerized by it. Like, absolutely just fucking mesmerized by
yeah,
her. But yeah, it was a strong week. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna give all y'all your tens here, because I don't think anyone flopped.
Some of them flop, but
I not a full flop. I'm not gonna
no,
give anyone a
yeah, no,
full flop. Some
no,
people did not do as well, but
yeah,
no one gets a full flop from me. And
yeah,
I can't say that about any other week of this competition so far. No one fully flopped.
yeah.
Um, I do want to know from you though, um, who would be your more delicious of the week, other than yourself, because you would probably name yourself.
Other than myself,
Um, yeah, who would be your more delicious this week?
probably I'm between Androgyna and Sandovalissima
Oh,
because Sandovalísimas did something that I really like. That is a new illusion.
yeah.
I mean, you can't even see the straps
It,
from the fake boobs. I mean,
it's stupid.
it's a stupid how you couldn't see it. I mean,
It.
yeah, I mean, and her butt was fake too. Her
Ah,
body, I was completely in love with that silhouette. I mean, it was really, really good. I mean, I know that I like men. I know that I
uh-huh.
like dick of all those things. But
Uh-huh.
when I saw Santa Valissima, I was like, am I a lesbian now? I'm into
Right.
girls?
Uh-huh. Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
She was
I
really,
felt
really
that.
cool. She was, I mean, more delicious all day.
Yeah.
She,
Um, I've been I've been very hard on this podcast on Miss Sandovalissima. I have been very, hard on Miss Sandovalissima on this podcast. I can't do that this week. She is my Morbilicious this week. I just fucking loved it, girl. Oh,
Good.
ate it.
She left no crumbs.
I wanted her runway performance to be longer, but
Yeah.
I loved it, girl.
Well, maybe my only issue it will be the makeup and the wig, because she says that she's a Victoria's Secret's model, and you'll never see a Victoria's Secret model wearing that makeup and with that hair. I know that it's a competition, but if you're referencing to being like the Victoria's Secret model, I will done a makeup softer, a bigger wig, maybe. I mean, it's just like a detail, like being like,
sure,
just nitpicking, you know.
But Aradia and Paradox would have clocked her and wanted her to be draggier had she toned things down.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really glad she did the makeup and the hair the way that she did, because that still brings it into Sandovalissima, and that still very much brought it into her brand and what we've seen from her. Yeah. And this was, I will say, this is the best her makeup's looked in the entire competition as well. For me at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna get so much better. Trust me, it's gonna get so much better from Sandovalissima.
I'm excited to see it. I am excited to see it. Really but I was like, because I know I've been hard on her, and I've been hard on a few of these girls, but it's just because I appreciate y'all, and I see the visions. I see all the visions, and as a drag fan, I just see the visions, and I want y'all to be the best versions that y'all can be.
Yeah.
And this week I'm like, thank you, Sandovalissima. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Thank you, girl. You know what? I'm even gonna go one step further, because you know what she did for me this week, and I don't think I've given one of these out this season. But where the hell is it? For me, she did what needed to be done here on this occasion.
Yeah,
she did it. She did what needed to be done. And quite honestly, while we're at it, Dystopia, you also did what needed to be done. You did it for me specifically as well, because you repped for everybody that looks like us.
Yeah.
And that's always going to be appreciated right here by me. So thank you for that, baby.
Thank you, babe.
It's always appreciated. It's always going to be appreciated by me. So
thank you.
But yeah, the Inquisition, there was nothing that really like super stood out for me as far as critiques. Like, critiques were pretty cut and dry. Everyone got the critiques I thought they were gonna get. Yep. Honestly, you got that good Morbilicious from Paradox.
I didn't remember it when I said it. Like, oh, I got a Morbilicious finally.
Work.
Yeah, and I
your first Morbilicious.
Yeah, I didn't even remember it. I was like, oh, I got a Morbilicious. That's good.
Work.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I mean,
and then we. Yeah, right. I'm like, thank you, finally. And Rohina got a Morbilicious from Arcana. Period. I mean, duh.
Yeah. I mean,
and then C-Facto got a Morbilicious from Yeo was one of the guest judges.
Yeah, J-Johnson.
Yeo, yeah. Love it. Big fan. But yeah, overall critiques were pretty spot on with where I thought they were gonna be. Loved Goda finally getting some good critiques. Thank you. It's about time.
I mean, they slept on her so much, and it is time to recognize her.
Thank you. It's about damn time.
I mean, she has the best makeup of the season. I mean, the makeup is always...
Say it louder for the people in the back, please. Yeah, because, like...
Goda Von Cheese has the best makeup of them all. I mean...
Thank you.
Clean. Even if it's like her mermaid, it was like trashy, but at the same time, every detail was in her place. It is spotless. The details, how she do the colors, how she her mouth. I mean, I'm impressed by everything that she does on her face. I mean,
I
she's
agree.
really good. She's really, really good.
I agree. I agree. So we get our favorites from the judges, or I'm so sorry, from the conclave, because I have to specify.
Yeah.
I forgot this is the series where I have to specify
Yeah.
who's giving their favorites. Oh, okay, side note. How is it having 7 judges basically a week?
I mean, we don't have 7 judges. We only have 4.
Well, 7 judges in the way of the conclave and the Holy Trinity, kind of getting that, like, the two-sidedness of having the conclave giving you critiques, and then the Holy Trinity is the one that kind of like passes judgment. Like, how did that feel while you were there?
Sometimes it was confusing because you feel that you did well with the conclave, but then you came to the other ones and they don't give you a pin or something like that, and it's like,
Yeah.
All right, I didn't do well, or did I? You know,
Right.
Like I don't know what I did. Like,
right.
Okay, I'm gonna wait till the end of the day, so they tell me where I'm gonna say, so I can say,
right.
I did bad yesterday. Yeah, it was really confusing, and also, yeah, confusing. Yeah, at this point, I still don't understand everything at the
Fair.
whole. Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, there's only just 4 judges, and Aladia, Midas, and Kovac. They're just like, it's my show, it's my program, and I can do whatever I want. And if I want to kick you out, I will do it. If I want to give you a pin, I will do it. Yeah.
And as we've seen over the 5 episodes, they really said, yeah, we're gonna threaten you with expulsion. We're gonna give you all money. We're gonna put all of you in the bottom. We're gonna give 7,000 people a pin.
Yeah.
And you know what? It keeps us on our toes, and I'm not too mad at it anymore. At first, I was confused, and then I'm like, no, I'm not too mad at it.
Yeah. I mean, if there were real gods, I believe that that's how they will act. So I pass it.
Yeah. But the favorites amongst the conclave, we had 2 for C-Facto, 1 for Satan, and 1 for you. Arcana's favorite.
Yeah, she have a good taste.
Period. Even though Paradox gave you their more delicious, but okay, go off. That was sure. And then our condemned our condemned group, we had 3 votes for Sativa, 3 votes for Aladia, 2 votes for Ambrose, amongst everybody. And then the single most confusing part of the episode, it is not announced that Sativa is condemned by the conclave.
I know.
Not announced.
Yeah, that's something that I told to the editor, and I said, why Sativa is there? Oh my god, I forgot to put how she got there. And I was like, okay, good. I mean, if it's confusing the show by itself, then put another drag queen like from nowhere, like you're doing it. Okay, like
right. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, like
because all of a sudden I'm like, oh, we're doing a lip sync. Oh,
it's not that idea. Yeah, and it's Sativa. What's going on?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because I just thought, because
what
after we get the whole, we'll talk about it shortly. But I thought it was just going to be Aradia and Goda, and I was like, oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that probably would have been more fair if I'm being honest with you. But
I mean,
okay,
they're show the rules. Yeah,
sure, but Sativa is condemned
against Ambrose. Yeah,
sure, I guess.
I mean,
sure.
That was a choice. That was a really bad choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I felt Abracadabra, RuPaul's Drag Race season 17 finale all over again. They didn't know the word. Um,
Oh,
they,
they didn't know the
I
words.
mean, you're a drag queen. That's the only thing that you need to know, really, the words of the song that you're doing it. But even
For
that, I know that Sativa's a really good performer, and Ambrose as well. So when we saw it, we all were like in completely silent. We were like, okay,
it
let's wrap it
just
up. You know,
it
um,
was like another no shade girls, no shade girls. I promise you both, no shade. Another lackluster lip sync performance to the same artist y'all had a couple episodes ago. And
yeah,
another lackluster performance by Sativa. Oh
yeah.
no.
I
I
mean,
felt I felt so bad, girl. I was like, no.
Flores at her house saying, "Why the fuck did I let these drag queens get my music?
Yeah.
Why did I let them do it?"
Floor's not gonna provide any other music for season
No,
2.
she says, "I'm homophobic. I hate Mexico.
But
I don't like them all."
also, again, why are we doing English songs if this is a Mexican drag program in Spanish? That's just I'm a little very confused about that
Mm.
personally. That's just like
I
I would
believe
like to see you all perform in Spanish. That's just me. I would like to see it.
I believe that it's because Floor, it's like one of production's favorite artists, I believe, something like
It
that.
makes sense. No, it
Yeah,
makes sense for
and
sure.
I mean, it's a really good choice of like artists. I mean, if you can give me the opportunity to choose someone to be like the main soundtrack of the franchise, maybe I will say to you, maybe I will contact Broke Candy,
Yeah.
or I want to say Melanie Martinez, but I believe that she's very expensive. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. And I believe that floor music is good. A little bit
It's very
soft,
good.
a little bit soft to my taste because I love heavy metal, I love Slipknot, I love all those bands, and uh, having someone like Floor is like, oh, like my really soft kind of girl. Um, but at the same time, if you're a really good performer, you can do the most harsh song of them all, as well. You can do the most soft of them all. So
Mhm.
I believe that they weren't really prepared to doing that vis-a-vis because it showed in their faces that they were uncomfortable, that they didn't know the words. What do I
Yeah.
do? I mean, Amaru Lugosi said, "I'm gonna do a Sativa floor, but without the flowers on it. Just getting bold. Sativa
Yeah.
jumping around like no, it was really
It,
bad.
it
Yeah,
was it was just awkward, babies.
it was really, really
Like, and as a result, I'm just gonna get through it. They're both going to the dungeon. Sorry, babies. But
unfair. I mean,
yeah.
uh,
I'm glad they made that decision this time. I gotta be honest with you. I'm glad they made that decision this time because I said it should have happened last time. Well, I said that should have happened last time. And I love both those girls too, but yeah. That
yeah,
also happens because I forgot to mention, and we're going to go back to the fisting zone vote because I'm not forgetting about the fisting zone vote. Don't you worry, my darling angel of life. We will
yeah,
be ending on a high note. But this happens because no one is condemned from the fisting zone vote.
yeah,
And then as a result of Goda and Aradia being late for the lesson in the morning with Conejo Blanco, They then have to do a rapid fire condemning vote to decide who's going to be condemned, which ends up not mattering because Aradia gets voted in again. But because she has done a ritual to Aradia, Midas decides, okay, you're safe. And the person with the next fewest votes is lip syncing, which is Ambrose. Okay. And then also, on top of everything, per Kovac, you and Ambrose are safe next week from the fisting zone vote.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
What the fuck is going on up here on this? It's just like, okay.
yeah. Yeah.
And
I
no,
was like,
I'm so entertained by it. Let me make that
yeah.
very clear. I'm so entertained by it, but it literally is just like, it really is just like, this is this. It feels like a never-ending maze of like this. Like, we have 5 people getting a pin this week. 2 people are safe. No one's getting condemned in a fisting zone. 3 people have done a ritual. 4 people are lip syncing, and everyone's sleeping in the dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Honestly, big fan.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, everything can change. Everything, yeah, everything can be different the other day. So we were really on a high end situationship all the time because you don't know if they're gonna save you or they're gonna fuck you up or they're gonna
Yeah.
mess up everything. I mean, like the feasting song this time, I was like, oh, I'm getting most of the votes. Maybe they're gonna change
Uh-huh.
it again, and I'm gonna go to the Vis-a-Vis. I mean, we were scared. I mean, the trauma
Yeah.
is real, girl.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But that's not what happens at all, my dear. We go to the fisting zone with, can I just say again, Anyasik, baby, you look good.
She does. She does. Really good.
Anyasik always looks good. And I am
Yeah.
the only one up in here always praising Anyasik because they always look good. And I'm going to praise her again. Anyasik's always looking good. And baby, you look great this week. So shout out to
She,
Anyasik. But um yeah, so the vote this week is after, of course, Miley gives her vote because we
Mhm.
find out we're voting for the prettiest.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to vote for the person that's the prettiest. And after Miley votes for Goda,
Yeah.
we find out that the person with the most votes gets a pin.
Mhm.
And everyone's like, wait a damn minute.
Yeah.
That's suspicious.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But no, it's actually just for a pin. For real,
Yeah.
for real. Like
Mhm.
it's actually for a pin.
Yeah.
And you got the
Yay!
pin.
At,
Deserved.
at the beginning, I thought, well, maybe they're voting for me because they don't like me, and if they change everything, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be low on
Oh.
friends. But at the end, I talked to each one of the girls, and they told me, "No, I really voted for you because I believe that you're the prettiest one." And I was like, "Ah, thank you so much." I didn't expect it at all, to be honest. Um,
Oh.
it felt right. It
It
felt
felt correct.
it felt correct. I mean, I really appreciate when I saw like the order and all the points that we had. I never really expected that overcome at the end.
Mhm.
And the fishing song, I was really surprised because I didn't and like I said, I didn't think I was the prettiest because
Mhm.
I believe that my makeup was a little bit rough because my look it was really really hot
Mhm.
and I started to sweat a lot. So I I
Mhm.
I I really know that I haven't had the best makeup at that point.
Mm.
But even with all that thing, I'm really proud of what I did, and I'm really proud of the girls seeing it. Well, for those who vote for me, at least, and I really appreciate it. And even
Good.
more coming from someone like Satan that votes for me, I
Yeah.
was like, oh girl, I mean, the thing he
Right.
said, yeah, prettiest ones recognize are pretty,
Yeah.
and I really felt like, oh my god, I did it, like when the teacher gave you like an extra sticker star or something like that,
Yeah.
and did that for me, like you did good, girl, and yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like, yeah,
I loved it. I loved how just like when everyone voted, it was
yeah,
just like, oh, it's so nice to see you all like
uh,
sweet and lovely and wonderful and not fighting for once. And I know next week we're
yeah.
just gonna go back to fighting again, and I'm happy to see like for a little bit.
We're gonna get on each other's nerves the next
Oh,
week,
of course.
but yeah, we loved it. I mean,
Oh, good.
last week was a really sad one. I mean, voting for Lucy Liu, like thinking that she would go. I mean,
Yeah.
it was really rough. I mean, I felt
Yeah.
bad after that because I could use my vote for something else, but I
Yeah.
said let's do something strategic. And we're good. I mean, Luxilu and
Yeah.
I keep along so good, but at the moment I was like, oh my god, I ruined someone's dreams, And being able to
Yeah.
say this week, because I vote for Luxie this week,
Yeah.
being able to vote for her was like really felt good because she made me laugh all the whole season,
Good.
all the time. I mean, I felt really bad some days. I felt really blue. I didn't want to get out of the bed, and with all the stupid things that Lucy Liu has in her head, I could never stop laughing at her.
Yeah.
She's such a sweetie. She's
No.
a really good human being, and being able to vote for her was good. And yeah, I love Lucy Liu. She looked a mess this week, but I love Lucy Liu.
She did. She did, girl. I know you're watching. I know you're watching. I love you,
Yeah,
Luxie,
we love you, Lucy.
baby. Luxie, baby. I'm sorry I couldn't be there last week. I love you. You know that. I kicked
Yeah,
everybody else out this week so I could just be here with Dystopia.
yeah.
Because I missed you last week. I love you. You looked a mess this week. I love you. I'm
And
gonna talk about it and look over here. You looked a mess. I love you. No, I loved seeing you do that too, especially because I could see it in last week's episode how much it affected all of you, but you
yeah,
were someone that I noticed like in the background after voting. Like I could see the emotion on your face for sure.
yeah,
I really appreciate the Holy Trinity as well for doing this kind of week as well, like having a bit of a reset, lightening the whole mood of everyone as well. I really, really did appreciate it. But yes, you win with 3 votes from Satan, Calypso, and Androhina, who
mhm.
once again proclaims that she wants to fuck you.
Oh,
I would like to see it.
yeah,
Um, as would probably a lot of people.
yeah,
Um, as far as the other votes, Miley and Goda vote for each other. How sweet and lovely and wonderful for them.
yeah,
Ambrose votes for Satan. You voted for Luxie, as we talked about. Aradia voted for Sandovalissima. They also want to fuck. Jury's still out on whether they have. Um, Luxie voted for Calypso. Sativa voted for Satan. Sandovalissima voted for Miley. The only vote Miley got, and boy, was she upset about it.
yeah. I mean, the whole season we told her. Well, not me because I didn't tell her that, but all the girls the whole season told her, "You're just pretty. You're just the pink one, the pretty
Mm-hmm.
one of the cast." And in the challenge that she needed to be the prettiest one, that she needed to be the princess of them all, and
Mm-hmm.
she did not. I mean, it was fun to me. It was like, "What
Mm-hmm.
happened?"
Mm-hmm. Miss Fish. Miss Fish. You know, I came up here on this podcast and I praised you a couple weeks ago. I did. I sure did. And I was not here last week, but I would have praised you last week.
Oof, yeah.
Because the baby she looked good. She looked good.
Yeah.
But on the week where I expected you to murder these hoes,
It wasn't her.
there was no knife. There was no hatchet. There was no chainsaw.
And she looked pretty. I mean,
she looked great.
She looked great. But
yes.
I believe that it's something that we expected, and I wanted to be more surprised because if all the people tell you you are the prettiest one, you're the one that beat up in this week, you should came with something bigger, because that dress was breathtaking. I mean, all the stones, all the shiny that it has, but I expected something more, like something bigger. I don't know.
Yeah, I did as well. Like let me clarify as well. Miss Miley, you look great this week.
Oof, yeah.
As soon as she came out, I was like, Maria Belen! Yeah. But it was expected.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get a great score from me, Miss Miley. Let me make that very clear. When we do look over here, you're gonna get a great score from me because you look gorgina down, period.
You look really
but I wanted something a little bit more. That's all I'm gonna say. But the girls look great this week. You were the prettiest. You still are the prettiest here today. And you got yourself a pin. So, period.
Yay!
We ended the week with 4 pins again.
They come and go. I mean, they have a lot of storage, so they want to get rid of them, I guess.
I guess. And now with what was it? With Goda finally getting her first pin. Thank you.
Thank God.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Everyone has a pin now except for Ambrose.
I mean, can you blame it?
No, unfortunately. I did really appreciate, though, that she got a good shout out from Aradia here because there is improvement. Yeah. I'm glad that at least one of the Holy Trinity did shout her out. Yeah. I figured it would be Aradia because, she is mother. Yeah. But I did really appreciate Aradia for shouting her out and saying there is improvement. We're seeing it. I saw it especially in the performance. Shout out Ambrose. The performance, there is improvement. We're seeing it as an audience, girl. Shout out to you.
Yeah,
shout out to you. But,
she's really good at that.
Yeah, but so now we have, what do we have? Androgina has 1 pin. Aradia has 1 pin. C-Facto has 2. You have 2. Goda has 1. Luxie has 1. Miley has 2. Sandovalissima has 2. Satan has 1. Sativa has 1. Yeah. What do they all mean? We don't know yet. You do, but we don't. So
we don't know yet either.
Great.
Yeah,
big fan.
It's a complete mystery to us as well. So
wonderful. Great. I'm gonna go over the point totals here real quick for the week. Before we talk about our draft point totals for the week and then get you out of here because that's all we have to talk about. So in the Suite Imperial this week, top of the list is you right here, my diva.
Yeah.
39 points, baby.
I mean,
is this the closest we've had to a perfect score?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, I believe so.
And you know what? I forgot to play it earlier, but you get the good soundbite. You get the good soundbite today. You get deserve on this occasion. Absolutely deserved.
I loved it. I was shocked because when we were filming, I know that I did good because I ended up in the Imperial, but I didn't know that I had 39 points. I mean, wow. I mean,
yes.
And I loved it because I saw the other ones posting stories about, well, I ended up 4, well, I ended up 5th. and like, oh, this judging is so bad, and and I was just like, that's life, girl. I guess life's not.
You know what it is for me? You know what it was for me? And I'll say this, because there were a lot of pretty looks in this
Yeah,
episode. There were a lot of great garments in
yeah,
this episode, a lot of good makeup, a lot of great hair, and a lot of great garments.
yeah,
What set apart this top three was performance.
yeah,
That's what did it.
yeah.
That's really what separated, honestly, the top three from kind of the middle group was you, Androgyna, and C-Facto.
Mhm.
Really just all three of your performances were spot on for
Mhm.
what the garment was, for what the character was, and for what you were wanting to embody.
Yeah,
The performance and the character, everything was spot on. You used every inch of the stage and it was glorious. And I loved every moment of it. And
yeah,
that's why y'all were in the Sweet Imperial. That's
yeah.
why y'all were up there, period.
Yeah, we really had a really good time that day. It was
Good.
good. We felt incredible, and Dorkin and I um, connect, if you can
Ooh,
say.
ooh,
And it was
ooh,
good. What a good week!
ooh.
I didn't remember it to be this good.
Yeah,
Like good. I mean, we ended up the episode, and I was like, "What a good job I did!" I mean, I didn't remember how good I was, and yeah, I
good.
think, and it's surprising because it's like I won an episode being pretty in an
Yep,
ugly monster
yep,
season, and it's like, well, all right, and I think that it's only shows that I am very good and very versatile artist,
mm-hmm,
that I can do whatever came to my plate.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe that it shows that I have the strength and the opportunity and all the talent power to get that crown.
You absolutely do. You
Hmm.
absolutely do. And sometimes it is those weird episodes like winning the prettiest episode.
Yeah,
that'll be that'll be the one, something that is maybe potentially the most outside of your
yeah,
comfort zone potentially is the thing that gets you the most reward. And
yeah. I mean,
I'm
it's like when they do a snatch game, no?
yeah,
Like I believe like Onion Nerve this season did a
yeah,
Morbi, and she
yeah,
was nervous. She was like, "Oh, it's not on my alley. I don't know what to do,"
uh-huh,
and she ended up winning not only the
yeah,
challenge but the season.
yeah,
I believe that it's something that proves to the public the range of the queens,
exactly,
how good they are, and
yeah,
how they can interpret all the challenge and stay
yeah.
true to themselves.
Or like someone like Aquaria winning Snatch Game,
Yeah, I mean,
like someone that was like not necessarily known for that, but like came in and absolutely knocked it
slay.
out of the park. I
Yeah,
agree with that for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
So yes, you topped rare occasion for you, but you did top.
Yeah, I did.
Groundbreaking.
Yeah,
Groundbreaking, one could say.
yeah,
Um but you're at the top with 39 points. Androgyna with 36 and C-Facto with 36 round out the Sweet Imperial. Sweet Infernal Satan also with 36 points, also doing great. Miley then in fifth with 35, right behind. And then Sandovalissima with 33. In Averno, Goda in seventh with 31. Still gorgeous performance. Love that. And then Luxi in eighth with 30. Also still just doing good. I'm really happy. All by herself, Aradia with 28.
yeah.
And then in the dungeon, both of them, Ambros with 28 and Sativa at the bottom with 25. So
So yeah,
such is existence at some point. But let's, since we talked about the points from the episode, we got to talk about our points from our good old draft that I am not doing that great in. I love my team,
yeah.
but I am still in third with
Okay,
64 points.
okay.
Um, Eduardo's in second with 69 points, a very nice score for him currently. And David is in the lead with 80 points.
Okay. David's team
is
Huh.
Androgyna, C-Facto, you, and Miley.
I'm in good taste, yeah.
So yeah, of course he's in first.
Yeah.
Eduardo has Ambrose, Aradia, you, and Sandovalissima, because you're the only person that got drafted twice.
Yeah.
And then I have Goda, Luxi, Satan, and Sativa.
Yeah. Good one, yeah, as well.
Very good. All of our teams are very balanced and good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think all the girls we've shown something good. We flopped sometimes, but we at the end of the day, I believe that we show what we want to show. But for example, last week I hated it that everybody hated my pigeon. I hated it. I mean, why? Why do you hate it so much?
Okay. I was not here.
Yeah.
I was not here. I will not defend the opinions of David or Eduardo. I didn't mind the pigeon that much.
Oh, good. Okay.
It was not my favorite or least favorite look of the week. It wasn't horrible, my darling.
Yeah,
it was great.
I mean,
it was certainly different.
Yeah, I saw myself I think that I was in 7th place. I don't remember.
Something like that, yeah.
I felt really, really like a low punch, because I was like, oh my God. I mean, mostly because I believe that I was the most creative of them all, because I believe that we expected to see all kind of zombie, and me doing a pigeon was like, well, I mean, why you want to see the same, or you can see something like outrageous, like a fucking pigeon,
Right.
I understand that. I'm not bitter, but yeah, well, maybe I am, but I don't know.
You might be, my love. You might be just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But Dystopia, my darling, thank you for joining me today. This has been absolutely glorious and wonderful and fantastic. You're welcome back anytime to talk about anything that you would like to. We're happy to have you and all of your MorbiDrags sisters anytime to talk literally anything. So
yeah, we love to.
Absolutely. Let the people know where to find you. What are you working on? Plug everything you want to plug. This would be the time to do it, please.
Well, you can find me on all my social media as Dystopia Monumental. In Instagram, you're gonna see all of MorbiDrags. You're gonna see all the things that we are doing, all my gigs, all my shows, all the photos that I've been doing, photo shoots from the episodes. And you can also look for me on X as well as Dystopia Monumental. You can see drag as well, but mostly you will see me naked. And all 4 up, maybe tangled, I don't know. You can see all my facets there in X soon. And yeah.
Great. Love it. Wonderful. Well, thank you all for joining me and Dystopia for this wonderful, wonderful recap of episode 5 of MorbiDrags. We will be back next week, potentially with, our full panel and another very wonderful special guest from MorbiDrags. We won't reveal who. She may have been. I'm not going to reveal to you who it is. I'm not even going to reveal a clue, but it's someone special, and it's someone from this season that is not Luxi or Dystopia. Yeah. That's as much as I'm going to give you. It's someone else. You have a 1 in 9 shot. Guess below who you think it is. But with that all being said, thank you so much for joining us for this recap. Subscribe, like, and share if you have not already, because we're getting you the queens from MorbiDrags. So stay with us. we're here. We're talking about almost all things drag here on the Cup Pod. We've got 3 other channels where we're talking almost all things competitive reality TV, WWE wrestling, and Eurovision Song Contest. So if you want to check out all of those links, they're down in the description below, as well as Dystopia's links as well. So make sure to check that out. And MorbiDrags links as well will be down in the description. So make sure to check those out, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to Cup Mug. Dystopia, stay on after this because we got some things to talk about. And with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So cheers, y'all.